What's up guys, welcome back to a new What If battle. Today we have Gaolang vs Himuro from Kengan Ultra and Kengan Omega. So if you didn't know or don't remember, these two are meant to go up against each other in the first round of the original Annihilation tournament. But as we know, Himuro was pretty much attacked by Canada in the hallway and Canada broke his arm and pretty much took his position as the fighter, in turn going in against Gaolang in the first round and getting annihilated as we know. So the first What If battle will be what if them two went against each other at the start of the Annihilation tournament as it was meant to, if Canada didn't come in and, you know, fuck him up. And I'll do an Omega 1 going over new Gaolang stats and the more Chadness we've seen from Himuro. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed to this new channel, Mysterious Chad, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord, and let's go. First, I'll go over individual stats and skills. So Gaolang, also known as the Thai God of War, current age in Omega is 30. He has one official Kengan win and one official Kengan loss. His loss going against Kanagito in the second round of the Annihilation tournament, and he has a loss in Purgatory, losing to Carlos in the first round, even though he ended up fucking up Carlos pretty hard and only lost due to the new Purgatory's rules. He's considered a top fighter in the whole series by many of these components, to making Kanagito, who's top 3 in my opinion the whole series, evolve multiple times and push his limits to the max to actually beat him during the Annihilation tournament. He's an extremely powerful fighter who mainly utilizes boxing as his combat style, and it focuses extremely fast damage flicker jabs. Gaolang's physical ability is up top notch, being able to throw heavy punches from any position, as shown with his fight against Canada in the first round of the Annihilation tournament, even unstable ones. Gaolang punches can also knock out the majority of opponents, and is also extremely good at using more Thai, and when needed he can mix his Muay Thai and boxing together to become even stronger. He's also very capable and one of the best in the whole series at predicting his opponent's movements. Through this, seems limited, not as strong with his boxing style, but once implemented with his Muay Thai and boxing style, this becomes one of his most powerful and greatest skills. His Muay Thai technique and greatness with using that came from 20 years of practicing and training for Muay Thai, and then after that mastering boxing. And then during the 2-year time from Ashura to Omega, he was pretty much only working on his fist. As we know, during the Annihilation tournament, he broke his fist in the final moments of his fight against Kanagito, where Kanagito used his elbow to break Gaolang's fist, and over the 2 years he pretty much did a type of partial training, making his fist stronger, and it was meant to be a career-ending pretty much injury, but he was able to turn that around and make it into his strongest weapon, giving him a new ultimate ability known as the God Glow, and he also has his another named ability known as Flash. Now onto Himuro, also known as the Icy Emperor. His current age in Omega is 27. He has 22 official Kengan wins and 0 official Kengan losses. That's right, 0 losses, like the almighty Big Croak Gensai. Even though he was pretty much defeated by Canada, I saw that as kind of a sneak attack. He wasn't ready to fight. He came out of nowhere and didn't take him serious. Then before he could even get into the full fighting mojo, his arm was broken and he was pretty much defeated. But it wasn't even a real Kengan match. Canada just came out of nowhere, Bucky style, started throwing fists and all that greatness. He's originally from the inside and has shown a big improvement of Chadness from Ashura to Omega. As you know, he got taken out in Ashura, not really that shine, but he was shown taking out various people when his arm was broken later on in the story. But from Omega, or from the change of Ashura to Omega, he's shown to matured and become an absolute Chad, with him being one of the teachers of Garuki and Koga, the 2 protagonists of the story of Omega. And during this time, he's just manhandling both of them with ease, just, you know, chatting away at them, just beating them whatever he can, just showing his greatness there, and being the one to hunt down many of the other top fighters for Team Kengan, such as Kano Agito, and having pretty much standalone equal talks with him throughout the story as well. For his power and abilities, he's a master practitioner of Jet Kundo, the martial arts created by Bruce Lee, which is somewhat similar to boxing and has many striking based techniques implemented into it. So going on their What If battle, it'll be mostly striking based, and that's the pretty much cool and interesting thing about it. He also has the ability to pretty much release many rapid, powerful strikes after each other with like a single millisecond, just go bang, bang, bang out of nowhere. And he's also stated to be good at simultaneously parrying and punching his opponents during battles, which is a top tier skill to have. And he's also not afraid ready to fight dirty when need be, so he can go to any means to win in most cases, but his main full power is currently completely unknown. Now I'll get into the Ashura what if battle. So based on the sole fact alone that Himuro was taken out, even though he was kind of jumped out of nowhere, didn't expect it, by Canada, and the way Gaolang completely fucked up Canada during the Ashura, I think the fight against Himuro will give Gaolang the win. If you disagree with me, I'm sorry to say you're wrong. Gaolang would probably body Himuro, but I think he'll do a lot better job and deal a lot more damage to Gaolang if he was to be the one to fight him during the first round instead of Canada. As you know, both striking with his Jet Kondo fighting style against Gaolang's boxing / Muay Thai. I don't think Gaolang will need to pull out Muay Thai in the fight. The fight will be back and forth near the start, but eventually once Gaolang gets in his mojo as, you know, the world champion boxer, all that greatness, he is probably superior stamina, and I'll say they have about equal strength, but probably a lot more superior stamina for Gaolang will eventually be able to weaken Himuro and get the win. And based how Canada was out to outplay Himuro, even though it was by surprise, I'm just going to give the win to Gaolang about 50 to 60% difficulty. While saying that, we really don't know much of Himuro's abilities when it comes to Kengan battles, and for all we know, he could be an absolute Chad when he gets into Kengan battles and have like a technique or a way to win battles easy, hence why he is 22 wins and 0 losses, with that being some of the best records in the whole series. No losses, that's very respectable with 22 wins. But from what I've seen in Ashura, I'm going to still give the win to Gaolang as I stated before. Now on to Omega. So for the Kengan Omega battle, we can easily say that Gaolang has improved in every element. He's faster, has more stamina, more logical, more pretty much in your face, ready to fight instantly, has no pretty much backlash of going into the Muay Thai. It seemed like in Ashura he didn't really want to use the Muay Thai until he really had to, while in Omega he's just pulled out whenever he needs to just fuck people up whenever. His hand being able to destroy boulders with ease with his, you know, one shot powerful god glow ability, just insane. Everything improved for him. While Himuro, we don't know how much he's improved, but assume that he's improved a lot. He went from beta to Chad, from Ashura to Omega, so you can easily say that he's improved a lot. He's able to manhandle Gaoryuki and Oma, just destroy them with absolute ease. But while saying that, Gaoryuki wasn't really in the 100% fighting state. It wasn't a Kengan match. It was by surprise, but just showing how he's able to manhandle them and pretty much get their respect from them by just, you know, being in their presence shows pretty much a good growth from him. But one major thing to know, if I may be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure his Kengan wins didn't go up from Ashura to Omega, unless we didn't really get a full confirmation of his Kengan wins in Ashura, unless it was Omega. But he may have not fought over those 2 years, so he may be a bit rusty and may just be more of an official for the Kengan Association than just a fighter. But based on the improvements for Gaolang, and I'll say improvements for Himuro, I think the fight will be a little bit more difficult. Gaolang will still win, in my opinion, about maybe 60 to possibly 70% difficulty win for Gaolang. It'll be a lot more fast paced and, you know, pretty intense, with Gaolang probably taking a lot more damage, and Himuro, just I can't wait to see a Kengan match from him, or him going all out to fully get an understanding of his power. But based on everything we've seen with his knowledge of martial arts, his skill, his ruthlessness, he'll be able to deal quite a bit of damage on Gaolang. But Gaolang's probably superior experience, his, you know, ability to be a pro athlete, pro top tier in Muay Thai and boxing, and then mix them together, I think that will just overcome Himuro in Omega as well and give him the win. The fight will start out very similar to how Ashura, just going back and forward, slamming into each other until eventually Gaolang's over to continue to amp up the pace even more and overtake Himuro and get that dub. So that's my opinion from Himuro versus Gaolang from Kengan Ashura and Kengan Omega. The first round we could have had in Ashura. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think Gaolang wins both? I hope you do, because maybe not win both, but he definitely wins Ashura in my opinion, just based on everything we've seen. Let me know your thoughts on Himuro. Do you think he's, you know, absolutely Chad in Kengan matches and we just haven't seen what he's truly capable of in matches? Can't wait to see more of him with, you know, Chad nickname, the Icy Emperor, one of the best in the whole series. That's it guys, peace.